finally have some good news. The BMW is back, but as you can see, it's in the air, which means there's a problem. Well, not a problem as such, I just need to do a service because it's had a new engine. So the plan now is to service the car quickly, just oil and filter. As it's been 500 miles since I've had the new engine, it's a rebuilt engine. And if you don't remember what happened to mine, the timing chain snapped and just destroyed everything. So, you know, £3 later, there's a new engine in, just got to service it. However, there's a couple more bits I need to do on this car. This giant crack here being one of them. I was driving it down the road the other day and a giant stone hit my window and sent a big crack through it. But the other thing to do today is to replace the brake lights because one of those has gone now. The wing mirror was faulty, but it seems to have fixed itself. This was just loose, the actual glass. And then finally, I brought some grills for this before the engine blew up. So I'm going to put those in and hopefully tidy this thing up a little bit more. And we'll go into detail shortly as to where this is going to go. So first things first, take this little flap down. And then there's the oil drain plug. I thought I'd have to take the whole under tray off, which was going to be a pain in the backside, but it's just that. Which looks like a 13mm. Maybe 14. So we'll get the socket set and get that drained. So just in case you're changing your oil for the first time and you don't know how to do it, your oil filler cap's normally at the top of the engine. It may have this little logo here, which is upside down. It may have that little logo there. It might tell you what oil you need, etc. But that's your oil cap. It's normally at the highest point of the engine. You want to unscrew that before you take the big plug off on the bottom, and that will allow the oil to go through quicker. You want to make sure the engine's warm so the oil's thinner so it can come out easier. I've actually been losing weight, but still ain't good enough. Right, that's on the wrong way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There you go. So once you've cracked it, that's good. Then you want to get your drain pan, and as you're unscrewing this, push it up towards the engine, and then hopefully, if you're not as in an awkward position as me, once you're on that last thread, then you can quickly move it. But I wasn't quick enough, but that should stop oil going all over your hands. And I'm going to take the top of my engine off. The engine oil cap, not the top of the engine, that would be bad. So whilst we're letting that drain, there are two types of oil filter. You've got these ones, the plastic ones, which have normally a screw on the top, or like it's a big wide, like specific socket. Or you've got these kind of metal ones, which are actually still on the 240. The metal ones are quite easy to get off. These are quite easy to get off. You just need to get the specific socket for these. Now, being an oil filter, it's going to have oil in it, so I'd recommend some rags, maybe even some cardboard as well, because this thing will be full of oil. But get some brake cleaner as well. It's quite cheap, you can buy it in most car places, and that will dissolve a lot of the oil, so you can clean it up a lot easier. There you go, not much came off that time, which is good, but it's also very hot. So there's the filter. It's pretty much a simple, take the old cartridge out, put the new cartridge in, screw it back together, and you get a new gasket in there as well. Oh, and a new sump plug washer, which is excellent, because I didn't think about that. So this just pops out normally, like so. Or like a little picking tool, maybe even, if you've got that. Or it'll just stretch over. They're pretty hard to snap, so don't worry about it. But it will go in the ridge where the old one was. And the new filter just pushes on. That's how you change a paper oil filter. So the filter's changed, oil's drained, so I'm going to put the new washer onto the sump plug, screw that back in, then top it up with oil. And very carefully pour it in. Oh, I've already got some out, but it's fine. fine. That is how you change your oil. Obviously check the level after. That's it. Clean up any mess you've made. This is where the brake cleaner comes in handy, because then you can just spray around whatever you need to, wherever you've got oil. So after a very successful oil change, it's time to now move on to the front of the car, where I'm going to be replacing the front kidney grills with the new aftermarket ones I've chosen. On top of that, I've also got some red radiator bar covers. I did want purple, apparently nowhere sells purple ones, and I cannot find purple paint anywhere. I did want a nice black and purple theme for the car, but black and red will have to do. Just as a little side-by-side comparison, look how much better it looks. Look at that for a before and after. That looks mint. And now it's time to focus our attention to the rear of the car to replace the brake bulbs. Right, so this bit's important. Wear gloves or have some kind of cleaning, like a window cleaner to hand. If you get your finger oil on this, you know, your human grease on the bulb, you can cause the bulb to have like a hot spot and also blow up a lot earlier than it should. New bulb.